Of January 2024. Welcome you all to Bystanders at News 10 on Flip TV. I'm Michael Adekunle. I appreciate you all for joining us today. It's a great day. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. If you're watching us live, we say you're welcome. If you are commenting, we say thank you so much for commenting. UK, in the US, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Brazil, Israel, South Africa, Nigeria. I say thank you all and welcome everybody on the program today. Thank you so much. Still on insecurity in the country, Plato states it's an issue in the country now. We need to really talk about what is going on in that state. Very, very important stories on the front pages of today's dailies that we'll be dissecting together, both the viewers and the reviewers on the platform. We're going to be dissecting all these issues together. Quickly to Plato crisis, we have Christians in Plato's state moving to fight against terrorists. Let's quickly read out the story. Yeah, Christians in curfews solely within Christ involved a fake soldier. According to him, the military's action have resulted in the forced evacuation of Christians from the new market, leaving Muslims free to burn homes. The camp chairman added that the curfew is only restricted to people within the Christian domain, and every Christian has been sent away from the new market, leaving the Muslims to burn their homes. So another story we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Federal government differs as NLC says reforms killing Nigerians. Now, let's quickly read out the story. The Nigeria Labour Congress on Thursday tackled President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the economic hardship in the country, which it said was worsening or is presently affecting the lives of the citizens. The president of the NLC, Ajaero, who faulted Tinubu's economic reforms on the 21st Daily Trust Dialogue in Abuja, warned the president against heeding the advice of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. But the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who was at the event, faulted Ajaero's criticism. He assured Nigerians that they would soon start enjoying the benefits of the reforms of the president. Now to the front pages of the papers this morning, the Nigerian newspapers. Let's take the first one, the Salient Times. The Salient Times. Thank you so much. The guy behind the camera, Malik. Tinubu's policies fueling poverty, unemployment, suicide, as well, the NLC president, Joe Ajaero, has said on the front page of the Salient newspaper. So another one, which is the writer, says any reform not deliberately reducing costs of governance by 50% deceptive. says any reform not deliberately reducing cost of governance by 50% in this administration is deceptive. That's what Joe Ajaero, the NLC president, has said on the front page of the salient newspaper. On to the next one, the Vanguard newspaper. Was the Vanguard saying at the newsstand this morning on Plato crisis? Neighbors rejoiced while they burnt our house. That's what one of the survivors is saying here. Neighbors were rejoicing while they burnt our house. That's what a survivor has said here. And let's see if I can read the backup stories here. All right, they thought we were burnt to death in the house. They thought we were burnt to death in the house. That's what the survivor is saying. Please confirm arrest of 9, recovery of 10 corpses. Please confirm arrest of 9, recovery of 10 corpses. We won't tolerate any further security breaches. That's what the governor, Caleb Mutfwang, is saying on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. And you can see this on page 5 of Vanguard. To the next one, on Edo gubernatorial poll, what's happening there? No quarrel between Oshomole and I, says he's a Iyamon. That's one of the persons contesting for the gubernatorial position of the state, talking about Edo State governorship election. Zeyamo saying that there's no quarrel between him and Oshomole. I can't be intimidated out of this race. That's what the deputy governor of the state, Shuaibu, is saying on the front page of this paper, and you can see this stories on page 15 of the Vanguard. On to the next one, the Guardian newspaper was on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. All right, big story pages 4, 5, and 6. Big story pages 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what's this all about. On ease of doing business, how checkpoints, bad roads, block rate, spike inflation in Nigeria. How checkpoints, bad roads, block trade, spike inflation in Nigeria. To the next one, terrorist kill imam, 2 others abduct 32 in Katsina. That's the state of the former president of the country, Muhammadu Buhari. Terrorists kill imam, 2 others abduct 32 in Katsina. Like I said some days ago, the insecurity we are witnessing in the northern parts of the country, so in the eastern parts of the country, is now spreading to other states, and we need the government to be proactive at this point in time. Sanusi backs relocation of CBN departments to Lagos State. The former CBN governor and the former emir of Kano State, if I'm not making a mistake, Sanusi has backed the relocation of CBN to Lagos State. To the next one, this Nigeria saying on insecurity this morning. You can see this on page 4. What is it saying? Military deploys special forces in trouble spots, says Defense Headquarters, that's DHQ. Military deploys special forces in trouble spots, says Defense Headquarters. The armed forces will destroy the cancer of terrorism that is ravaging our country. Troops will neutralize 94 terrorists, apprehend 214 in 1 week. I think the military is making so much progress in terms of combating the terrorists and defeating insecurity in the country. To the next one, the Blueprint newspaper, ex-CBN Governor Sanusi, he's saying something. Those against relocation of CBN departments playing dirty politics. That's what we have here. Those against relocation of CBN departments playing dirty politics. Of course, we said it yesterday, 2 days ago, that some Nigerians, especially in the northern parts of Nigeria, are against the relocation of the federal of some agencies to Lagos State, and this has spiked so many talks in the country. And we have the former CBN Governor Sanusi Lamido saying that those behind relocation or those against the relocation of CBN departments playing dirty politics in the country. Moving on to another one, Nigerian News Direct on Plato killings. What is the paper saying? Page 3 of Nigerian News Direct. The major headline it reads, "We will destroy the cancer of terrorism." That's what the defense headquarters has said here. Insists military not backing any group. Of course, don't forget that the Christian Association of Nigeria, I'm talking about the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Plateau State, has accused the military of backing or supporting the terrorism that is going on in Plateau State, which the military has come out openly to say that no, we are not backing any group. We are ready to combat insurgency in the country. We are ready to defeat crime in Nigeria. On to the next one. First news. Speak up on NNPCL's $3.3 billion loan deal. Article challenges Tinubu, the president of the country. On to the next one. Plateau State again. 16 victims of fresh mango crisis buried. That's the sad news. 16 victims of fresh mango crisis buried. That's what we have on the front page of the first news newspaper and the nation. What's the nation telling the nation this morning? Out in News 10. Power supply worsens as generation drops to 3.134 megawatts. On to the next one. The last paper I'll be reading to the viewers across the globe, The Punch. The Punch headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Tinubu'S. What is all about Tinubu'S? Federal government differs as NLC says reforms killing Nigerians. NLC says Tinubu reforms killing Nigerians. The last story. Customs sees 4 billion naira cocaine arms from South Africa. Of course, we always have our viewers ready to express the views concerning trending issues in the country. It's by Sanders at these things. Let's welcome David. David, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mr. Michael Adekunle.
Welcome, David.
Thank God, I'm fine. Thank God it's Friday. You are looking splendid.
Thank you so much, David.
So you are dressed like this. Are you going to remarry or going for a trip? To prepare solutions.
Don't forget that yesterday the chairman said we Christians or the Christians there are ready to fight back. David,
Now,
your take.
Mr. Mike Adekunle.
Won't they be taking laws into their hands by doing that?
That is anarchy. And that will pump into anarchy. That is the states. That is where the presidency and the president, those in government, has pushed Nigeria to the world. Because by pushing Nigeria to the world, what Nigeria feels they can no longer trust government. What would they at that point? What would they do? They have to take laws into their hands because these people are supposed to protect them. Rather, these people are killing them for the kind with such allegations. It shows they are fact checked. The man of my what have duly done is underground survey to have come out publicly to accuse the military. For him to have come out openly to accuse the military, it shows something is wrong. The man said the military is taking sides. So let the military come out and then debunk this issue. We've seen that the man said it is only Christians that have been killed in the states. Christian. So it's now. I think this issue of clean is now a religious war because Plateau State is majorly dominated by Christians. Now, Nigerian army on their own need to come out and tell us what is happening because every night and day people are being killed in Plateau and check and then if you see the names of people killed, 90% of people killed in Plateau State Ah, instance, I am not let the military headquarters relocate Plato is Nigeria. Even the president that France, when the state of nation is boiling, when bandits and kidnappers are causing havoc in 11 nooks and crannies of the country.
Should that stop the president from going out?
No,
From traveling out?
the president did not go on official assignments. Don't misquote us. That was what his pressman on media and publicity said. He said the president went on a private trip. Now, one thing is that once you're a public servant, the only time your life should be private is when you are making when you have when you want to have a romantic affair with your wife or your family business. Should be that. But when it comes to private entity, if you want to go on medical checkup, it should let us know, because it's going there with taxpayers' money, not his own money. We voted him, so we should know what the president is doing and where he's going to. Private trip, to me, it seems there is secrecy there. Let the presidency tell us where the president is going to. You guys tell us that the president is going on a private trip to France. Private trip for what? Is he going to France to bring in investors? So it shows that private trip is not connected to the issues of Nigeria.
What if the president's trip is all about the security challenges we are facing?
If it is
made it a private thing.
He cannot make it a private thing. He cannot make it a private thing. See, this is governance. We voted you. You are a public officer.
Do you know sometimes
security
issues?
Nobody is
need to be discussed
nobody
on national TV.
Nobody is telling us. Nobody is telling the president to tell us how he intend to curb insecurity. You don't have to tell people. But whosoever the president is meeting, we should know that this is the step I've taken. This is the person I want to meet. If it's going to France to meet with the president or meet with their militaries so as to form alliance, the presidency needs to tell us it's a welcome development. But my take is, wherever the president is going to, what action he wants to take, Nigerians should be very much aware, because the private jet that the president boarded is not for the president. It's for Nigeria.
David, don't you think if Nigerians are aware, the enemies also will be aware?
Who are the enemies? Which enemies?
Public.
Even when the enemies are not aware, are they winning war against insurgency? Even when the enemies are not aware, are they winning war
to make it private?
See, the president is the number one person in this country. I cannot vote for a president that he want to travel embark on a trip, and his media or publicity would not tell us that the president is going. See, what does the word private mean? It shows he's not going there for the issues of Nigeria. The word private.
But is it all issues that should be made public?
Why is he a public servant? Why didn't they tag that office private office?
Insecurity is a sensitive matter.
Mr. Michael,
so?
Nobody is disputing that fact.
Okay.
Nobody is telling. See, you might have a discussion with them. You will not give us details. What the solutions you intend to curb insurgency?
Must you allow your enemy to know?
Who are the
to know your next plan?
Who are the enemies?
Must you allow them to know your next
Who
plan?
are the enemies? Are they not those in government? Who are the enemies of Nigeria? Is it me and you?
Whether the ones in government or not.
Now,
don't you think sometimes you need to make it private
to
defeat them? Don't you
now,
know?
Insecurity, no matter the advice the president gets there, he will still come and then meet with service chiefs. What the service chiefs gives the same order to the boys, to his own field marshals, he will do the same thing. So what of the field marshals? What if they are saboteurs? So the president need to tell us where he's going to. Not that word, that phrase, private trip is what me I don't accept.
But he has been doing it before, right?
Then, then, then he has not been elected as the president of the country.
He was elected. Even when he was elected.
No. The president will tell us he's going on of all the trips he has been going for now has been on official assignments. That one is local development.
Okay.
And that one we are cool with it, knowing that he's going there to protect the interest of Nigerians, going there to woo investors. That's the nonsense. But now his media man said he's going on a private visit. What does that mean? Then why not? So my take is that whosoever that has been given that mandate, whosoever is killing in Plato, that is killing Christians, should stop it. Because now, the government of the day has forced Nigerians now. They have put Nigeria to the walls. Imagine what the capital is saying. That see, Christians in Plateau State will not carry guns. Now, what does that spell to Nigeria? It spells doom. It spells anarchy. It shows that trouble is looming.
But aren't you support of the Christians then bearing arms?
Bearing arms.
Fight back, yeah.
You know what that means? That is a state of lawlessness.
Oh, they are being killed on daily basis.
No. See, one thing is, let us not always take law into our hand.
They just accuse the military of backing this.
We know, but now.
They accuse the military of sabotage.
You've accused
and they feel the best thing for them is to defend themselves.
No, you accuse the military, but you don't forget that man can be charged. That man can be sued for treason. You know treason, taking arms up. You know that's a fellow. That's a treasonable offence. Yeah, we're the law. Sorry, we are a country that is guided by law.
But what of in a situation where the citizens feel unsafe?
In a situation where the citizens feel unsafe, I think the easiest way to go is protest, massive protest, non-stop protest.
You want them to protest while killings
going on? Mr. Mike.
Mr. Mike, it's an avenue or an opportunity for this to strike again.
Mr. Mike, the only thing to do now, my advice is they should embark on a massive protest. Carrying ammunition is also a war against the government. That is anarchy. See, let's be guided. You know the law. I don't come to analyze as if I'm a non-entity. Once I speak, I weigh options. I weigh what. You cannot cause anarchy in the land. There's killing, there's insecurity in the land, fine. But let the due process be followed. If the camp president today carry ammunition, Mr. Mike, you know the implication. Nigerian army would retaliate back, and now it will become Nigerian army versus the people. Because now army will see them.
The people didn't say they were fighting the army.
No, they said they will carry arms.
Yeah.
Now you know what that means in our constitution, Mr. Mike. Let us always remember that see, we are guided by a constitution in Nigeria, irrespective of what is happening. You cannot, because of saying government is not protecting you, tomorrow you now carry gun and start killing.
But the constitution also tells the government to also protect the citizens.
That is their fundamental. That is their fundamental.
Military to defend.
That is their fundamental
human
rights.
The military.
Mr. Mike, I am not disputing that fact.
Okay.
That is their fundamental human right. But in the case where the government is not living up to this responsibility, what will you do? The best thing is for you to do as a sensible Nigerian is to embark on the process. See, the worst thing you can do.
They said that it's not safe. You are telling them to protest.
You cannot.
Michael, is that possible?
You cannot.
Michael.
You see, you cannot go and carry gun now. They won't kill themselves tomorrow. People saying they should carry gun. Let them try it sooner. People telling the people of Plateau State to go and carry ammunition. Let them go and carry them. Let the camp person start first. I'm not supporting the killing, but let us weigh this options. Let's weigh the word. Telling them to go and carry gun. You know the punishment attached to it. You know the punishment attached to it. You cannot carry gun. That's a treasonable offense.
We have on the comment section Ajaero boy saying that David, carrying arms to defend yourself is never a treason.
Now,
But carrying arms against the government without
is here a law?
empirical reason
It is
may
not
be
a law here.
treasonable act.
It is not. See, one thing is this issue. It not become a law here. It is not yet a law.
Are you aware of the
For
crisis going on there?
well, every Nigerian is very much aware of even the poverty in Nigeria too. It has warranted us to even carry gun against government.
Now let's even leave for what you're talking about. You're talking about
That
life.
is that is what I'm saying. That even the poverty,
Okay.
it has even give us room, avenue to carry arm and fight the government. But we will not do that. But you know the implication, Mr.
I
Michael.
understand what you're saying.
If you say you want to now,
In a situation where people have been pushed to the wall, what do you expect them to do?
so even if you have been put to work,
And they are expecting the military to take action, proper action,
Mr. Michael,
and they are not seeing a positive
I have
result
told you. I said
on that.
I have told you. I said. Now, one thing you can always do for the government
Okay.
is to do what hold a vigorous protest. Like, see, go to people. See, let me tell you something. Government too listen to listen people's requests. Government get people's opinion. We call that in black box. Government have agency that they set to the streets that to get people's opinion. When Unilag name, when Unilag was renamed to Maulag, what did the students there do? They slept in Milan Bridge. Block audio road. They block audio road. No way to come in. What the government do? Government out to the tick and then do the needful.
Now, if you're saying people should go to the street,
Yes.
on the street to protest, are you also telling them to defy the curfew that has been imposed by the state government?
In some local government too.
Yeah, some.
Not all,
Especially in Mango.
not all the local government. Now, it's posted not have fundamental rights. You can protest. You have right to protest, but see, do you have right to carry ammunition? No. So that is the point.
All right, thank you so much, David. Let's move down to what the NLC president, Joe Ajaero, said yesterday. Ajaero said the president's policies, are seriously affecting Nigerians, and Nigerians are not seeing any positive results as regards the subsidy removal that was initiated.
The answer is not far-fetched. Every Nigerian can tell, every Nigerian can see it, every Nigerian can feel it. Everybody hear them now. Now banter to banter, banter to banter. Orabi, the smallest size of Orabi close up is at 500. Orabi, that's what to get. You cannot purchase a commodity for 2 naira now, and then going back tomorrow to you cannot purchase that same commodity for that amount again. That is the level of that is how bad Nigeria has gotten to. But my take is the president Atiku now is not tackling the president for 1.2 billion naira loan again for the refinery. 1.2 billion naira loan for the refinery. After Tinubu has claimed he has saved money from fuel subsidy removal. Now he's want to go to World Bank and then IMF to borrow money again for refinery. Any place where they kill us rich, may they tell us. Like I know talk. Any place where they keep one man rich, may they tell us what we do. If not today, come clean their house, may they tell us. Because me, I don't tire. Everybody is tired. Everybody see, Nigeria will make you. Nigeria will turn into a crazy person. Even if you are not crazy, you can be going on the streets and think about a lot of things. Nigerian will drive you crazy. The state of the nation. as in this get December, you know, bros, bros.
Yeah, I think we are back online. Thank you so much, Monique. That's a great job. Viewers, sorry about the technical glitch due to a network problem. Please, sorry about that. You know what? You know Nigeria network now. All right, moving down to the comment section, we have Darren Jones saying they have scattered the network. All right, the network was scattered, but now it's back. Thank God. All right, moving down to Michael. Michael, you were saying something concerning insecurity in Plateau State.
Yes, I was saying that the right to life is a fundamental one, and whatever threatens life, such individual also have the right to respond appropriately. So we cannot continue to tell the people that wait, just keep calm and be killed. Keep calm and lose your life. Don't forget the whole essence of government or having a government in place is that, well, especially when it comes to security, is that we have all submitted our security to the hands of government, expecting government to take care of security issues, even though we also have a responsibility in that light. But when government fails in that regard, then individual has every right to take care of his or her own security. Individual is a right. It's a right, Michael. It is. What is important is that the right to bear arms is in our constitution. Arms can be applied for. But what we have seen over the years is that they hardly give it to certain categories of people.
You think someone is supporting what you are saying here with this Chima? The people has no other option than to defend themselves.
It's absolutely, it is a right. So as I was saying, when government fail in that regard, then individual pick up that responsibility. But so that we don't create a state of anarchy. That is the reason why government must be serious in terms of protecting the people, because the moment they feel unprotected and decided to take up arms to protect themselves, then you are going to have a state of anarchy. You cannot control what anybody does at that time, and I think that is why I think government should be serious.
Serious.
When I say serious, I mean very serious in terms of the kind of games they are playing, especially in the middle belt. And when I say government, I mean even past and present governments. People just think that when certain people kill in a particular community, all you hear government say is that we condemn, and that is the end of the matter until another one happens. People can no longer bear that, and I think the governor of that state, whatever it will take you to have your people protected, even though I'm aware that governors across the 36 states of the country are lame dogs when it comes to security. That is the truth. They are called the chief security officers of their states, of their respective states, yet they don't have direct control over police in that state. So everything depends on what the IG said. And what the IG said will depend on what Mr. President is saying. And that is the structure. So the governors are helpless in all the 36 states. And that I know. And that is why we are clamoring also for a restructuring when it comes to security. State police was what Mr. President has always advocated for, even before he became the president. But now I'm not hearing all of that. Is it that he no longer believes in state police? Police must be localized. The people that understand the terrain must be allowed to take charge of security. And I think that is when we can begin to get some level of results.
Now, let me quickly move down to the comment section. We have Taiwo saying something very, very crucial here. I keep saying it. It is the governor that needs to be more serious about the issue of security.
And I've just told you the governors are helpless.
They are not serious.
They don't control security Directly.
Directly.
Yeah,
So
those CPs report to them on a dotted line. They don't have direct control. All directive comes from Abuja when it comes to security.
and do you think this is
So,
affecting them?
of course, you are like helpless when you cannot say, okay, police moving now. Police, the CPs still need to get clearance from Abuja, and that is the structure. And I think that structure is faulty and must be addressed.
All right, Michael said the structure is faulty and it must be addressed. And let's quickly talk about what you were saying before, talking about subsidy removal. And,
Okay.
there was a glitch, and many of the viewers couldn't hear your own opinion as regards that. I asked the question that if you said by May 29 to be 1 year, the president
Yes.
removed subsidy.
Yes.
And I asked the question that if by May 29 or before May 29 we don't see any change as regards that, what do you think will happen? And what reaction do you think we'll be getting from Nigerians?
Yes, and I said the agitation will be more. The longer the administration stays, the louder the agitation for better results become. As we approach May 29, I expect the agitation to be more. People are going to talk about it more if they are not seeing all that was promised. I expect civil societies to get together and begin to demand from government all that was promised on May 29 last year. If those things are not beginning to fall in line, and I think that is what exactly that will be happening.
All right, David Okafor is here saying that this is a gentleman. Gentle Michael, who is talking now. I respect this culture. Well behaved. Gentleman, I wish him well. Bravo and kudos. Wow, that was a very good, what do we call it? Compliment, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming on board. All right, quickly to Matthew. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
You're welcome on board. All right, Matthew, do you support the idea of citizens in Plateau State going out there to protest while the state is unsafe?
To protest
Yes.
is the right thing to do.
Protest the massacre, protest.
It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. They need to draw the attention of government. If the government is not willing to address it, to draw the attention of the international community to what is happening.
But don't forget the enemies are locking somewhere.
Don't forget
They could be
that.
attacked.
Don't
while
forget that.
protesting.
Don't forget that. Even as we speak, there's allegation from the CAN chairman of either the local government where the attack is taking place against Nigerian military. The military has said that in the process of inviting to come and clarify those allegations, because it's alleging that the military is aiding those people who are sacking the host communities, and as such, is giving them opportunity to burn the houses of the host communities. So for me, it is not out of place to protest, as long as it's done within the ambit of the law, in a peaceful manner.
Some persons were killed yesterday.
And the president is in the private visit, I've gone on the private visit.
I didn't say that. You concluded that.
No, is
some
that the
persons-
statement that came from
you said
the presidency?
presidency.
That the president have gone on a private visit to France.
You said what is on your mind. I said some persons were killed, and you concluded by saying that the president is on the private.
No, that one is a
continue.
statement. No, that one is a statement. I was having conversation with Dani
Okay.
that is it right to say like Buhari, like Tinubu?
Okay.
Because we understand that almost all the period of Buhari as the president, he was fond of jetting out of the country at every given opportunity. To the point that even Adesina, who is more headier, was saying that he was tired at a point in traveling around the world with Mr. President, the then Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari. So, but what I'm trying to say is, nobody is saying that Mr. President Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu should not take care of his health, but life of Nigerians is sacrosanct. We should do something urgently to save life. I said it here the other day, that the president should be bold enough, to be decisive enough to confront the Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen, they are like living above the law in Nigeria. I have a situation where there was an attack in Benue State, in Plateau State, and the nature of the attack looked like a genocidal Fulani invasion. And the government, the Nigerian Army, Navy, not Navy anyway, DSS, police, we are not able to arrest the perpetrators. And we are seeing a repeated one. Are we saying the Fulani are above the law? Are we saying the government cannot disarm them? No wonder the governor of Taraba State, Darasi Shako, once said when the military was organizing a program to disarm Nigerians in his state who perhaps are bearing arms illegally, he challenged the military to first of all go and disarm the bandits in the bush before coming to disarm law-abiding citizens. Because if you do that, you put Nigerians at the mercy of those bandits, of those criminals. So, to answer your question directly, yes, Nigerians, particularly those in that environment, have right to protest, but should be done within the ambit of the law. Then Mr. President should give, not just giving order. If the order is not giving result, I think he should start rolling. Who says he cannot fire or should not fire the chief of army staff, the chief of defense staff, the chief of air staff? If they are not giving a result, you should fire them and get other people to do the job. Nobody is saying Fulani people should be killed unjustly or arrested unjustly. But those perpetrating crime, arrest them and prosecute them to stop this obnoxious trend.
We gathered that the killing was mostly done, perpetrated on Christians over there. And the CAN chairman said, Plato State said, they will fight back. Now, what is your take on bearing arms to defend yourself?
The way it stands today, the law do not permit anyone to bear arms. We have been agitating that the government should see reason to decentralize the security architecture. Decentralizing the security architecture does not mean that every individual should start bearing arms. It should be organized in such a way that who bear arms is known to the security agencies, so that there will be monitoring, there should be regulation. But to say we should continue in this status quo, in this current status quo, where the command and control system is coming from Abuja, where only the police are the ones saddled with the responsibility of protecting lives and property, I think it's not working, Mr. Mike. Cast your man back under Muhammadu Buhari when the agitation for bearing of arms, when the agitation to decentralize police of state police was at the peak. You know what Muhammadu Buhari did? He decided to placate Nigerians. He came up with constabulary police. Constabulary police is just like neighborhood watch that gathers intelligence. I don't know the level of intelligence they even gather. They don't bear arms. But I think we are getting to the stage where we need to change our security system. We need to draft our traditional rulers into the security arrangement. We need to allow state governments, through their respective houses of assembly, come up with laws to establish state police. And when that is done, we need to encourage the presidency to give directive to the national security advisor to be willing to give certificate of end user to state governments who want to import arms, particularly AK-47, to empower the state-formed security operatives to combat crime. Just like we have in the Southwest, the Amoteku. Doesn't stop the federal government from allowing Amoteku to be armed, to have the capacity to combat crime. And we should encourage other states to come up with laws to empower the governor to establish similar security outfits. And when that is done, federal government should not relent in giving approval for such security outfits to be armed under supervision and regulation. That is important.
Ajaero, the chairman, said Nigerians are great users of Tinubu'S reform policies, and the subsidy removal has caused hunger, poverty, unemployment, depression, and suicide in the land. Your take on this? If this is another year, 2024, if before or by May 29, Nigerians don't see a drastic change, a positive change, what do you think will happen?
The truth is, I listened to Bismarck Ruani, the MD of Financial Derivative,
He said federal government, as a result of this two policy of unification of naira at the official window and subsidy removal on gasoline, the federal government have increased their revenue with 40%. What I want to read out is from a government person. Okay. He said federal government saves 8 trillion from subsidy removal, FS reform, Tinubu panel. The chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, has said the federal government will be saving 8 trillion annually from the fuel subsidy removal and exchange rate unification policies. Oyedele spoke during a panel session at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry 2024 Economic Outlook and Budget Analysis. He therefore said it was critical for the government to spend the amount saved from the two policies to ameliorate the suffering of average Nigerians. He said the Nigerian people made sacrifices as a result of the fuel subsidy removal of the government. That is 4 trillion savings a year. He said we did, yes, 4 savings a year from the subsidy removal. He said no, it's not perfect. We are also saving another 4 trillion. So we are having about roughly 8 trillion transferred from the private pockets of the people to government. This is coming from Oyedele, and Oyedele is the chairman of Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee. Government want to make more money than runs into 8 trillion annually. But the argument is, to what extent will this money be put to use judiciously? That's the question we are asking. We have been saying it before now, and people who want to play politics have been saying we are not right. We have been saying that this policy means more money in the coffers of federal government. Then how do this money translate into better welfare of Nigerians, into better security for Nigerians, into better infrastructure? So I think we should start asking questions. Because obviously, when the former government was also aware paying subsidy for gasoline, paying subsidy for forest at the official window, the economy was better for Nigerians. We all agree that subsidy on gasoline should go. But I've said it repeatedly before now that we are not ripe for unification of naira at the official window. And we have seen that the government is now saying that they want to save 4 trillion naira annually as a result of that unification of dollar or rather naira at the official window. So what we are asking is, this money that eventually will go into be shared among federal, state, and local government, how will it translate into better life for Nigerians? That's the argument. Nobody's saying the government is not making more money. So if the money is not going to translate into better life for Nigerians, was it not better that the subsidy is being paid, and we know that that is the only area the average man is benefiting from the government? Was it not better? I was having this conversation with me before I came here.
Why are you involving me?
I know this is a provident of this government. Let me allow this to be.
Discussion. We have so many discussions. Which of the discussion is particular one? Okay, I think I saw Mr. Matthew reading out some chronicles of on how the government would save money, and then I told him that money is not outrightly there. Now, this is a futuristic statement. The government said that a money they would have borrowed to spend. As of today, there's no need to borrow, which simply means they had saved themselves with the amount of 8 trillion. Now they have that 8 trillion to diversify the economy. Now, the question he asked me is, do I think the president or this administration will actually do it? And I told him, I don't think I believe. I said, I don't think I even trust this president to do what they say. And he said, he can't believe that is coming from me. I said, yes, I have to. I said, first and foremost, as at now, the president is a national asset. And it simply means he has lost every right to privacy. As of today, the president can no longer claim his own privacy because he is a national asset. But I don't blame him, because we, the Nigerians, are not even demanding for his accountability. I voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I must hold him accountable. Every day he breathes, he is accountable to me as a Nigerian. This is what is obtainable wherever those are our people in diaspora. This is what is obtainable in their states. Your prime minister, your lord, your monarch leader, or your president, the day he takes that position, that seat of power, he has become a national asset. He cannot claim privacy anymore. He cannot say that you cannot. No, you can. He cannot. He can no longer say that this is my family house. Nobody must know. No, he cannot. But this is what we are saying, and I'm not. No, I am not sorry to say that I don't trust their body language. There are many various characteristics of a leader, but let me mention three. The first thing is empathy. The second one, which I should have called first, is communication. Let me tell you, a leader must be able to communicate and articulate his vision. And this is why you see a Ajaero coming out to say that the policy is strangulating because you are not communicating. What is the intention of you removing fuel subsidy? You don't expect everybody to be at par on knowledge and understand. It's impossible. Why are you not utilizing the agencies of government, which is called the National Orientation Agency? They started it initially when they removed that subsidy. They said something about it that subsidy needed to go because even our neighboring countries were the one enjoying it, and there's a few people, but they shouldn't have stopped. This has to be a continuous process, a continuous task until we are back on track. But they don't. They said it once and they stopped speaking about it.
Are we even likely to be back on track?
The question, let me tell you, because you know why I'm saying that, because the president is not speaking. The Minister of Trade and Commerce, okay, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Commerce, ordinarily should be speaking to Nigerians on a weekly or on a bi-weekly basis, calling for local investors to go into what? To go into industry setups or encourage people to go into agriculture. They need to be aggressive about that campaign. We need to have a campaign like, maybe Nigerian to production 2027. And then that roadmap must be set out whereby they communicate on a weekly basis on all channels of communication, either radio, social media, the traditional prints and all that. But we are not seeing anything like that. So people will begin to people are not even, because the president is not speaking. A person like Lucky all he wants is that bag of rice should go back to 10,000 naira. Because Oga don mama in head. All he wants is I beg rice of bag, make it go back to 10,000 naira. All this economy so that they talk, don't concern me. Make my fuel, make it go back to 80 naira. But a person like me, I understand the economic direction. But if the presidency is not ready to speak, I will not come here and be speaking on their behalf because I am not being paid.
And that's what King Joagba is saying here. He has started saying what the elders saw while sitting down.
Who told you you're an elder, King Joe? Don't sit down there, my friend.
You are saying
if I'm to ask him, who did he support? Probably he has supported Peter Obi or Atiku. Obi in his days, what did he do in Anambra? What did he do in Anambra? Okay, give them a beer factory, whereby they drink to stupor and they turn their head upside down. Is that what you are saying? Listen, my objection to the current status quo in this presidency is they need to improve on their communication. A person like Mr. Martin knows the truth, but Mr. Martin just wants to be able to afford a bag of rice for 10,000 naira. Hunger don't want finish am. You understand? He understands he understands the jig. He understands the objective. But because the presidency is not speaking up, do you know why a pastor will always amass so much crowd? Pastors, they don't have any technical skills. If a pastor see a demon today, he can't even fight it. But the pastors know their product and they have sweet mouth, which also translates to what? Good communication skills. You go see them, and the Lord said, they start vibrating, and you say, hey! But at the end of the day, pay your, and the people pay it. The president despite having good intention, must constantly remind people that this is where we are going. Look at the likes of JFK. Look at the likes of John Kennedy when he said that John F. Kennedy when he said that America must go to the moon. He said it, and he kept saying it, and Americans were all brainwashed because let me tell you, you know the most powerful leader in the world, though he was a bad leader, Adolf Hitler. You know how Adolf Hitler was so powerful. Adolf Hitler didn't know how to shoot precisely. He doesn't even know how to wield an AK-47. But Adolf Hitler knew how to wield his words. Listen, you don't understand German, but if you see Adolf Hitler speaking German, the vibration, the charisma, amongst the three of them, the person that has that charisma is Tinubu. But why is he not using it? That's my question. Amongst the three of them, the best orator amongst them is Tinubu. Why is he not using it? Why is he silent? Adolf Hitler was a powerful orator. He spoke to an extent that people were ready to sacrifice their child for him. You get my point. So the president must improve on his communication.
All right, I think you have some supporters here this morning. I have more about saying that, honestly, Lee, he serves a very cold drink. He's making so much sense.
Oh yeah, now. Send prayers.
All right, thank you so much.
Lee is coming back to us.
To you, and how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank God it's Friday, it's GIF.
We thank God Almighty. Today is Friday, and I want to seize this opportunity to thank our viewers. Our viewers, everybody, every one of you, both the one that are supporting this bad regime, both the one that are not supporting. I'm greeting all of them, thanking all of you, especially. I'm trying to send my,
We have a caller on the line.
I'm trying to thank Mr. Egosa Austin from Edo State. I'm trying to send my message across to Tunda Okafor Ebuka. Tunda is supporting us with all his strength in this, this platform.
Sorry, please, can we
Trying to
take this call, Raphael? You have a caller on the line.
Joe
Good
Oba.
morning. Good morning, there's a Chima.
Yeah, good morning,
Yeah,
Mr. Deputy Michael. Good morning, Mr. Ra. Mr. Temitayo.
Thank you. Good morning.
There's something I want to reduce this morning. When Mr. Gentleman Mike was saying something here, he said that after 1 year, if Nigerians didn't see anything from Tinubu, they will demonstrate or they will do something. But I am here to tell him that Nigerians will do nothing because Nigerian citizens are like zombies. Majority of them are like zombies, just like many zombies we have in the comment section. Even if Tinubu says die today, they are ready to defend him. Just like the Fulanis did under Buhari, they supported every nonsense that Buhari brought upon Nigeria. Today, unfortunately, I must say this, that most of our Yoruba brothers, not all, most of them have told this line because of tribal sentiment. Whatever Tinubu does is right. Tinubu is Mr. Perfect. And that can never help Nigeria in any way. Concerning the Plateau people, there's no option left for them right now than to go and defend themselves. In any possible way they know that they can defend themselves and save their generation from being exterminated from the surface of the earth, they should apply it. If they continue waiting upon this government to salvage them, they are living in fool's paradise. That is it. Now, before I leave you, I want to ask this question once again this morning. What has changed? 8 months down the line, what has changed in Nigeria since Tinubu took over as the president of Nigeria? What has changed? Thank you, Mr. Atemitayo. Goodbye.
Many things change though. That question is right. Prices of food have changed. It has climbed up. Many things changed. Pump price changed. Fuel pump price is on the high side. Standard of living has gone too high. It changed. My brother Chima, everything changed, but not a positive change. The changes are on the negative side. The man asks good questions. Everything changed. Everything about good things, changed. Nothing is working on right here like before. So let me tell you, that's a good question that even some people think does not need an answer. That's a rhetorical question. But I'm here. My name is Ralph Tresvant. I have many answers to his question.
I think the president told us to prepare for this.
To prepare for what?
Yeah.
Suffering. To brace up for suffering. Is that why he mounted himself on us?
I'm talking about the effects of the subsidy removal.
Okay, let me tell you.
And he said this will be temporary, not a permanent.
Whether temporary or permanent, you don't go to inauguration ground. The first thing you said to your people, you believe that voted you in, is subsidy removed. Gone. And listen to me. Do you know that where I like what Lee said now is that he added historical something, analysis to what he was saying. I like history. Do you know whom that man called Hitler was? That man moved, is an achiever, rhetorical. The man is an orator. Jesus Christ. When I watch some of the film, Hitler was speaking, he doesn't breathe. He could not breathe. Do you know why? He will move you with what comes out of his mouth. Tinubu is sleeping anytime he mounts stage to speak to his country, Nigeria. Sometimes he will doze off. They'll go and wake him up. Because his mind is not there. He was not the actual person that was meant to be there. He's uncalled for. He's not qualified. Could be he qualified. He would have known how to move the mountain by his speech. So, Lee made point. Listening to me, but no change effect. He changed nothing that is bad. Rather, he changed good things in Nigeria for bad things. So, Michael, we need a leader that can motivate us to go to war without guns. We need a leader that can move us with his oratory what? Rendition. Something that came out from him, especially his mouth. We need a leader that is so charismatic, a leader that can change your mind, a leader that can make you stand by him or her. We need a leader like of the leaders we have in the USA. I can remember some months ago when two girls nearly lynched a Nigerian in Europe. What did the Nigerian guys did? Because he spoke bad thing against Trump. Those black Americans, they fought. Two girls. They fought. They forbid the Nigerian man. They were women. They would have beaten him up. They defended their president. Oga, if I find myself anywhere, any part of the world today, anybody spoke wrong of Tinubu, I will add the salt. I will stage them. I will say, everybody gather. I will give them the history of Nigeria. I reject it in Jesus' name. It's not. Oga said I reject it in Jesus' name. I did not. Oga, I'm an Igbo man. There's no how I will remain like this. I think it's respectful to God. Bible says Jesus the way, the truth, and the life.
Respectful to God.
Jesus Christ doesn't deviate from the truth. Thank you. Jesus Christ doesn't deviate from the truth. That's why I am Aru Truth. Rav Truth. Jesus, if you are supporting what is bad, you are not a Christian. We have many of them here in this country that are supporting what is bad, yet they go to church every day.
The person that was affirmed by the Supreme Court.
It is not a Supreme Court. It is a court of injustice, headed by some judges. Supreme Court of Injustice. They affirmed his what? So-called frail, feeble, not even, I won't use the word victory. Loss. They turn it around. Do you think I'm a child? I'm not a boy. When I was a boy, I behaved like a boy. Now that I've come out of age, I'm a man. They twisted it. Obi won the election. From here to London, I support Obi. Though he could not come out as a bold man, brave man, but he won the election. And somebody like us, we would have got that power back. Willy-nilly. Whatever it's going to take, we make sure we retrieve that power
There's
from
something
APC.
somebody's saying here.
Let
David
the person
Okafor.
say.
David Okafor. I am
Yeah.
not comfortable with Peter Obi as the president
Thank you.
because he achieved nothing in Akwa as a capital city.
Oka,
But
not Aqua. AWKA,
Anambra,
Oka.
Okay, Oka.
Thank you.
Abi,
Oka, yeah.
He
AWKA.
said he achieved nothing in Oka as a capital city, but transformed his hometown,
Agolo.
town in Anambra.
What is that
State.
his name? Kwabi.
David Okafor.
Hey, David Okafor, my man, please. Iwe garden ọkụ. Nwanne gị nwoke ka ọ bụ ewe n'iwe. Ọkwa ihe a na-eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Ịbịawa now, let's see ndị ọzọ. Ilego nwanne gị iwe garden ọkụ. What I'm trying to say is that he will reduce the level of his anger. I didn't understand that Obi, his brother, is his brother. He's talking about the state level. And my brother David, we are talking about federal level. An election was, conducted. Obi, your brother, won.
Don't you think your achievement begins from the state level?
And he did well. He did too well in Anambra State. Thank you. He didn't owe any salary, my brother. Give me your hands. He paid all. Oga David. Obi did well. I'm from Anambra State.
He's an Igbo man.
He's an Igbo man. Oga David, you are from Oka. I am from Otuacha. We are the Otuacha community. We are the Eri. Mwera, Glory, Nando, Ibariam, Achala, Sube. We are the one. We are the same with you. I want you to endure with him. He tried. Anyway, no verse. He tried. So, Mike, let me tell you. We know that Obi was he. Everybody supported. Every canal in Yoruba land supported Obi. Every canal in London supported Obi. Every Yoruba man in America supported Obi. Every. Not some. See, when it is up to 90-something%, you give it up. That's A1. No doubt about it. I listen to me. Yoruba supported Obi. In Lagos State here, Yoruba beat Tinubu in his house. The whole neighborhood abandoned Tinubu. In Babylon, the whole neighborhood abandoned. They turned their back. Now come closer. Let them hear your voice. They abandoned Tinubu. They know nobody. So that's why we're saying, if you know you can take it, you don't need to bite it or chew it. I don't know what I understand. If you know you can't take it, don't chew it, don't bite it. I don't know what I understand what I'm saying. Tinubu knows that this is a bigger load for him than he at least envisaged. He should have left there for somebody that won the election. This
May
one
29 will be 1 year Tinubu removed subsidy.
Jesus Christ is the Lord. And the life hardship is back. See, the kind of excruciating situation in this country is on alarming rates and is reflecting on all of us. Some of us, when they come out from their slums, from our various slums, our face appears as if we had carried 200 blocks. Empty head. Because everything has gone high. As Chairman Udeze asked us, everything changed for negative. Okay? On 4th May, Abi, 4th May, 29th May, the whole Nigeria will celebrate hardship. We are going to celebrate hard condition and situation. Man, some of you that are telling me to lower my voice or know how I talk on the public, listen, it is my own right to tell what's up. I owe nobody apology. That's me. See, let me tell you, we are not going to celebrate oil subsidy. See, why must you produce crude in Nigeria? You take the crude abroad and they change it to petroleum product and bring it back again. Why wasting money? The cost of production of petroleum product is supposed to be low if refined in Nigeria. Courtesy, one of our viewers, I think Hope Iyamu. Why are we doing this ourselves like this?
And it's not what the administration of Tinubu is trying to rectify?
No, it's not ratifying it at all. If ratifying it, why allow Dangote, an individual, to construct a refinery here? World class.
What about the PH refinery, the
Kunle said he's gonna work on Christmas Day. How many? Is he working now? PHC, Port Harcourt refinery is suffering, sick. That refinery there is sick. See, is even more sick than Kaduna refinery. Do you know the class of refinery we had in Kaduna before? Best in the world. And yet, no crude oil is coming from that place. You spend money shifting it. It goes through what pipe? Abi? Thank you so much. Expenses for nothing because I don't know whom we are. You don't have world-class refinery at Warri, Eket, Akwebom, PHC, Abia, Imo. All those oil producing states in Niger Delta. You don't have world-class refinery there. You go to Kaduna and the red refinery there. Kaduna is much too distant from north there to southern Nigeria. So we need to Plateau State killings. Plateau State killings has exposed a genocidal nation, a genocidal country like Nigeria. They were killed. Plateau indigents were killed in their large number. I think how many weeks ago? 2 weeks now. 200 people. 3 days the other day. 9 I'll be 13. Okay, 2 days ago, 30. 30 people additionally were killed. What is going on there? Genocide. And let me tell you, I learned or I saw you and Matthew dragging about the security architecture of the country. Talking. You know what enter my mind? I said that Nigerian security forces are on the condition. They're on the right side to tell the whole world what is happening in Plateau State. Government has hand in it. If not, it cannot last up to 12 hours. Everything will go down there. Because let me tell you, I quote again, in 1984, when Metesina war started, I listened to me. It did not take Brigadier Tunde Idiabo and Buhari 10 hours to quench that fire burning. Who be that Metesina man? Bangololo will be like Bimpo. They hold him with 147 color pants he was putting on. He disappeared, they follow him. All those stories of disappearing, reappearing, all those very superstitious stories we tell on this part of the world. They follow him, mobile policemen. They remove him from inside the well, where he go hide. He went and hid himself in a well. Mobile policemen waited for him there, they brought him out. Okay, we don't know about him till today. See, let me tell you, people that are orchestrating an attack, insecurity in the mid-belt, they know themselves. Because let me tell you, most of our security forces, they know that Fulani man is infiltrated, the whole military, the whole police, the whole customs, the whole immigration. That's why fire of insecurity burning in the north is getting up to, is going to 20 years now. Because Fulani dominate the police. Fulani, oh my God, dominate the military. And they are the one carrying gun in the mid-belt. Trying to do what? Grab that land and turn those indigenous people of middle belt into what? Muslims. So that's it.
All right, thank you so much, Rafa.
We should be telling ourselves the truth.
Coming to make your own contribution. Lucky, we have a few minutes to go.
Anyway, my time always short, and what do I say? They have said it all. There's nothing new. We have said this is over 16 years. The same is like Tinubu is repeating Buhari's legacy. He said it, that I am going to follow my predecessor, that is Buhari. Insecurity, bad economy, so many things. So what are we talking about? So there's nothing different. What they are saying is the truth. What Raf says is the truth. And Niyi is coming to our site. And where's the refinery now? Kule have disappeared because what's going to tell us? And the worst thing is that the agency of the federal government, the PPRO of police, the army PRO, they can't arrogant, they talk to people. I don't understand. Imagine Atiku asking 3.something billion NFPC money, borrowing money at the end. So what we are saying is that Where, Mike, what do we do? What do we do? What Nigeria do? We keep talking the same thing, the same thing. Declare state of emergency, declare state of emergency in everything. No. Our president now, I think it's France. I don't know, Nigeria is balling. Just the same thing Buhari is doing. So what's the difference? Talk tomorrow, the same thing. So what are we saying? I don't know, but everything is not working. They said it's not working, you know. I was talking about light. They gave you light, 2 hours, take it. Economy is not working. Every sector is crying. I got me. Everything. You see, petroleum. Where is the refinery? He promised us it's going to work December time. No. Dangote is not coming on screen. Port Harcourt, the same thing. So it's almost the same thing. Tinubu should change status. I don't mean. No. Somebody say, Tinubu is not talking. He's not addressing us. Are you not hearing? Patient. That's it. Be patient. I don't mean. Like the 30 something he just borrowed. Article said it. I don't say this article is not. Article said it to explain where that money goes. I don't mean. So Tinubu should do something because the anger can make all this killing. People are killing Plateau State. I don't mean. The generals are not doing it. They cannot even address Nigeria. Telling Nigeria what's the problem. How many have you arrested? You hear tomorrow they arrest 75 bandits. Where are they? Did they show them? Police will start recycle the same gun they collected from Ibadan. They collected from Kwara for 10 years ago. They will still bring it down. Say, look at the gun we recovered from them.
How sure are you doing that?
What are you saying about? Check. Let them parade and display. Next week again, you see the same thing. This is Nigeria for you. So, where Tinubu say I heard that somebody have said Tinubu did not win the election. This is not the time. Supreme Court has given verdict. What do we do now? Is to focus on 2027 election. Unless Obi, everybody came out again. And let Nigeria do something, not only Lagos. Yes, Lagos, they did the right. They decided to change. They did not wait for Baba Saleh. They decided to vote for Obi. Everybody, in their own side, which somebody is saying that Obi did not do anything in your side there. Somebody from there, Abi, Oka is the Oka. So, well, for me, Edo people, we supported Obi. But how do you think 2027 is going to be like that? So, Obi should keep talking. If you want to win 2027 election, don't sit. You can see Atiku is talking now. Atiku is challenging Tinubu. 3.something billion. Where do they spend the money from? The money we borrow. And Nigeria asked question that NNPC should answer question. And Anonuga come out and said, no. That explanation Anonuga is giving. Let NNPC keep that. Explain to Nigerians. So, this, what else I will say? Killing everywhere. The car are not speaking out, except Chairman Khan in Plateau State that is accusing army, the military. The military says, come out, tell us who killing. No, that's not the issue. President is supposed to summon the ministry. Now can Chairman accuse you people that you are the people killing them? Check, for example, you declare state of emergency, or you declare a coffee, and still yet they still want to kill. Now who is killing? You see, Tinubu, I know it's a civilian, but you have some army, police. You see, another thing is that you don't bring your brother. Say it's my brother, from my place. I don't understand. Share this post around. I said it. We have an Igbo general man in Igbo land. If you give general to Igbo man, say, go and do that job. I believe you do it well. That's your brother. I get me. EFCC everywhere, one side. And what is playing out now, as I said, whether you like it or not, politics is playing out. The Northerners are now using all means to make sure that they fund this smart government. And it too has to be smart. I get me. They are doing all this. Just the way they did to Jonathan. They frustrated Jonathan out of power. I get me. More are still coming. Killing have not started. There is hunger in town. The government are just looking Tinubu continue Buhari legacy. That's why we are seeing all these things. And again, sorry, issue of Supreme Court. It's like with the Accra people, Nigeria, that Supreme Court is being taking side. They are trying to do the right thing. I get me. So Nigeria's system has collapsed. So look God, that will change it. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Lucky. I appreciate you, Lucky. All right, on this note, I say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join me tomorrow, Saturday, for another interesting edition of Bystanders at Western. I appreciate you viewers for commenting, for joining us today on the program. Thank you so much. Behind the camera, I have Malik Adeyemi. He's a guy doing a great job behind the camera there. Join us on our social media and displayed on the screen. You can also contact me, join me, follow me on Facebook at Michael Temitayo, at Deeply on Instagram, Michael Temitayo, and on TikTok, Mike Flip TV. Bye everyone, stay safe.